This is Lisa Camille from contentedbylisacamille.com, and this is a review of the dating advice book Get the Guy by Matthew Hussey. I have been single for 9 years. Yeah, 9 years now. It's a jungle out there, especially when you are a black woman living in Sydney, Australia. I've got some stories. So when my girlfriend suggested the book Get the Guy by Matthew Hussey, I was like, yep, where can I get it? I had it downloaded within like 2 seconds of her saying the name of it, right? And to be honest, I think I got a better deal by getting the audio version because I got to listen to Matthew Hussey's sweet English accent for like 9 hours. Listen, I could have that man give me dating advice just all day. Swoon worthy, okay? So, as you can tell, I really enjoyed this book. But not only is the sound of Matthew's voice pretty worth it, the book is solid. Like, he actually gives you very specific dating advice, how to understand how men's minds work and how to use that information to your advantage in a dating scenario. So the title of the book works on 2 levels. It's a bit of a double entendre. On one level, it's get the guy, like get the guy, and on the other level, it's get the guy, like really understand how he thinks, why he said that, how his world kind of forms in his head, and then use that in order to entice him into the palm of your hands and hold him there, right? And what I love about this book as well is that it's not just theory, right? It's not just knowledge. He actually embeds everything into specific advice. He tells you exactly what to say in specific scenarios and backs that up with an actual psychological basis. For example, he'll tell you what to say when he texts you asking you if you're free this weekend. What to say when the guy asks you up to his place on the 2nd date and you're like, sex already, hello. Even what to put in your online dating profile. Like, that's the kind of specific level of advice that this guy is giving in this book. So it's pretty worth it. And not only that, like some people might say, oh, that stuff is common sense. It's not common sense. Like, the things that he's telling you, you are really going, well, right, I should have said that. It really wouldn't occur to you to say, right? It really takes a level of knowing how men think in order to really to have articulated something like that. So good on you, Matthew. Like, the book is well done. There's one part of it though that I disagree with, and that's how Matthew Hussey treats sex and his advice around sex. In talking about sex, he really switches gears from kind of really being in like the camp of a woman, you know, really equipping us with how to handle questions of sex, to kind of defending men's kind of predatory behavior when it comes to sex, you know. One example is he says that, like, if a man dates you, now he doesn't say it's specifically exactly like this, I'm just kind of paraphrasing my experience of it, if a man dates you and then you have sex with him and he dumps you immediately after you have sex with him, that's because, like, he's realized some other flaw of yours, or you kind of, he makes that to say that, like, you've done something wrong or you've exposed some kind of flaw that you hadn't exposed before. And I'm like, really? Nah, like, that's, you know, I've had so many experiences where that has happened to me. Who hasn't had that? Dating and had that experience of you dating a guy for a while, you have sex with him, all of a sudden he loses interest. Is it because you became boring overnight? Really? And I had some flaw that he just suddenly realized after we had sex? Like, I don't think so. I don't like his theory around it. I don't like how he handles it, and I think it's not, it doesn't do the question of when to have sex with someone you're courting, it doesn't handle that question appropriately. And it's such a huge question when it comes to dating, you know. It's not as simple as doing certain things. Yes, and he does say that it's about the connection that you have with the person, but how do you really establish that? That's still very great. But he doesn't make himself out to be a sex therapist or to be giving advice specifically on sex, so maybe we can forgive him a little bit for that faux pas, right? So regardless, the book is still it's still great. Not only do you have the actual book if you're reading or listening to it, but then embedded in the book are these links to cutaways from his live seminars. Of course, then that leads to him selling his very pricey live retreats and online seminars. But hey, everybody's got to make a living, right? You know, I don't mind being sold to. It's all good. So as with any advice book, you take what resonates with you and you leave what doesn't. Either way, at the end of reading Get the Guy, you will really be much more equipped to get the guy and get the guy.